Hello, welcome back to the James Ramblin' Reviews for yet another episode. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie. This is a bit out of nowhere, a bit different from my Guardians review. I watched it on a website today, so I was like, okay, why don't I talk about this? We've talked about other video game things recently in the past month or so why not talk about this? But before I dive into my thoughts and what happens in the movie and what's it about, personally, Dungeons and Dragons isn't a thing that for a long time I've been so into. I don't know every single detail. I only know like aspects of it from Stranger Things because they refer back to the game. I don't know every single thing, so there's that. Pretty much this movie is about this group of people that go on this quest to find this relic, and then they do that, and there's like this whole bad guy called Forge, and there's like this red wizard thing with a bald head. There's all this stuff that goes on in the movie. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes, so there's a lot to do and a lot of characters to introduce and a lot goes on. And so you've got like Chris Pine as Edgin, then you've got Holga and Samuel and this other girl who can shapeshift, so they've all got these different abilities. And because Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game, obviously they've got different roles to play and they've got different things to do in these different situations. So there's all that stuff, right? But I'm personally thinking that because of that trailer, I remember when I watched the trailer, I was like, this looks okay, I guess. Then I watched the movie, it's like, alright, this is enjoyable, this is fun. And there's a lot of great comedic timing in the film, like there's a lot of jokey moments. The jokey moments aren't undercut by serious moments, or the serious moments aren't undercut by the jokes. It just kind of flows throughout the movie because it's such a fantasy, such an imagination where anything can happen and it's so wild and wacky and over the top. That's something great about the movie. But it's not to say this is like a perfect masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination, because it has typical action sequences, there's bad guy, good guy, there's a lot of tropes. So I'm not going to tell you this is the most unique movie, this is the most unique movie you've ever seen or anything like that, but it just knows what it's doing. It's serving a purpose, it's serving that purpose right through to the very end. There's a lot of kind of like rabbit trails and tangents that the characters go on, but because we've got all these characters and all this like kind of lore that goes on, all this mythology and ideas that have to kind of juggle, we kind of have to spend almost 2 hours and 20 minutes to kind of do that. And so that's good about it. And the characters have good chemistry. Like she's got very good moments where she's beating up all these bad guys. There's that. And Chris Pine as Edgin has really good comedic timing. Like there's this one scene where he's playing the guitar, it's like and his face goes large. So it really indulges in that humour and that weird, wacky fantasy that it's going for. I feel like though I could have easily watched this in theatres because you've got these big giant action set pieces and all this kind of adventure and immersive stuff that if you're looking at a giant screen you can immerse yourself in the moment. But I can't do anything about that because I don't know too many people that would want to see this movie with me. I know like one friend who is really into Dungeons and Dragons, but it's not a movie that I'm rushing out to see. But I would have preferred to see it in theatres because of all of that stuff. So there's all of that. But I feel like if you're super into Dungeons and Dragons as a whole, it's probably going to serve you a lot better because, especially for me, I thought Mario was much better than this movie in the sense that I played the Mario games, I connected more with the Easter eggs and what was going on. But if you put past like the whole analysis of the movie, it's just a fun time. And if you want something entertaining and something enjoyable, then Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves is for you. And it's like a 7 out of 10 at best. It's not a movie I'm going to constantly go back and rewatch and rewatch and rewatch. But to say the least, I didn't hate the movie. So pretty much right, I'm going to just leave it there. Not going to drag things out too much. This might be a bit of a shorter review. But it's not a movie I can go on for days and days and days about. It's just fun. It's just fun. And a lot of people were surprised by how much they enjoyed it. So just because like, you get unsure about movies sometimes. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for the next James Ramblin' Reviews episode. So until then, I'll see you for another review. Stay tuned for episode 69 and stuff like that. Bye, Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Did you see it? What did you think of it? Are you a hardcore D&D fan? Let me know indeed. So yeah, bye.